Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the MUT web series. I am Ashley Snyder with the Event Management Office, and this week we have Seth Dorn with us. He is one of our assistant directors, and he is new to the web series, so he'll be introducing himself. And we also have Amanda with the Lectures program, who is here today to share more with us about what they do and the services that they provide. So, Seth, if you want to take it away and share a little bit more about yourself, and then we will dive in.
Thanks, Ashley. Again, my name's Seth. I work with MU as one of our assistant directors, a lot of our hospitality services. So I work with the event management office, our custodial services, and our setup crews. We work with a lot of great campus partners who present and prepare for events that the Memorial Union hosts. And Ashley's an incredible asset with our valued team there in the event management office. And we're spoiled today where we have another one of our great assets here at the Memorial Union and on campus with Amanda from our lectures program. We have the opportunity to work with her for many events, and it's just an incredible experience to work with people that are great at their jobs. So at this point, we'd like to introduce Amanda, or allow Amanda to introduce herself.
Thank you, Seth, and thank you, Ashley. Yes, my name is Amanda Knief. I am the director of the lecture series at Iowa State and have been in this position almost 2 years. The lectures program is unique to Iowa State. No other college or university has anything quite like it. It is a partnership between the university, who funds my position and takes care of some of our management expenses, and student government, which provides the funding to bring in speakers. So our goal is to add on to students' educational experience by providing in-person events where they can meet with experts and people who have knowledge in their field or expand their interest in fields they didn't even know they were interested in. We focus on large events where we can have hundreds of people attending, and we also make sure that we get events that are smaller because they cater to a very small niche. So specific groups on campus or small departments that want to bring in experts, we make sure that they get those kind of experiences too. We could not do it without the help of the EMO office and without Ashley. Ashley is our main person. Seth helps out a little bit too. But without them and coordinating and working together, we do about 80 to 90 events each academic year, and that means multiple events every week. And so coordination with the MU and their amazing staffs is really important.
Yes, thank you, Amanda. And you touched on it a little bit with the collaboration between our staff, but can you tell us a little bit more about the programs that you host within the Memorial Union and some of those collaborations with the Memorial Union staff, whether that's our office, AV services, building managers, and the setup crews, and how these different departments help make your event successful?
Absolutely. So once we have the idea for an event, the first thing we do is we start looking at a date. And so we coordinate with the EMO office to find a space, usually one of the ballrooms, the Great Hall, South Ballroom, Sunroom, or a smaller space that might also work, such as the Campanile Room or the Oak Room, where we can host the space. And then we reserve it and have Ashley mark on the calendar for lectures. And then after that, we get details from the speaker or for whoever is coming in. What do they need? Are they going to need a projector and a screen? Are they going to do a question and answer session, sign books, anything like that? And so then we put together what we call a room set, which is basically all the details that we need for the room. And we send those to Ashley, and Ashley converts them into an amazing map that shows exactly what the rooms are going to look like. And she sends it back to us, and we approve it. And then, we tweak it as it gets closer. Sometimes, things change and circumstances. But then the day of, there is an entire staff of students and some faculty or some staff who put the rooms together. And we work very closely with them to make sure that there's accommodations for the speaker and what they need, accommodations for people with special needs, all that kind of thing. The other major area that we work with folks is AV. We record a lot of the lectures. Whenever we get permission from a speaker to record it, we do. And then that is coordinated with the AV department through a Panopto system. And then we get those recordings, we have them captioned or transcribed so that we can put them on the website and make them available for many different kinds of users. And everything that we record gets archived into the library for posterity.
I think you touched on it briefly here as well. You would not only work with the Memorial Union, but can you talk to us about how you work well with all the other units and departments on campus to be collaborative and bring these speakers to campus?
Sure. So the committee on lectures actually is the half student, excuse me, half faculty staff group that votes on what speakers to bring in. And so student groups come to them and say, this is the speaker we want to bring in. Can we have this much funding? And the group says yes. But there are dozens of speakers that we help work with and that we coordinate their visits that come from departments and colleges. So there could be all kinds of, well, there are all kinds of endowed lecture series. There are also departments that focus and bring in speakers every year just on a different topic within their college. And because we have such good experience creating these events and doing them, and we have such a great working relationship with EMO, many of these units turn to us and ask us to do those logistics. And it can be as little as just working and coordinating and being intermediary with EMO to get the event set up. And it can be as big as doing all the logistics of the speakers' travel and bringing them in. But that means we've worked with every college on campus. We've worked with most of the departments in one way or the other over the past 60 years. And it really is a benefit to students when we are able to use these resources, merge them, and bring in more people on campus so students get that in-person experience.
Yeah, that is really great. The depth and breadth of the amount of speakers and lectures that we have on campus is truly incredible. So we have a really special program at Iowa State. With the impacts of COVID-19 going on right now, we know that the fall semester is going to look a little bit different than we're used to. So knowing this, how are you strategically planning for events in the fall?
So we're planning a whole spectrum of possibilities, and we've gone ahead and started working with groups to bring in speakers. They are tentatively scheduled, and as we get a little bit closer and we know that everything's going to fall into place when it has to do with travel restrictions and allowing larger groups to meet, we'll start posting those. But there are lots of considerations, and the very first priority is the safety of those who attend the events. And so I think it's just a little too soon. We're doing this in mid-May to say how things are going to look at the end of August, beginning of September. But as we get closer, we will start making those decisions. And certainly we want to make sure that this unique aspect of Iowa State's programming continues. And so we want to find a way to continue to add to students' education and their opportunities to expand their interests and their knowledge. We're just not sure what it's going to look like yet.
Thanks, Amanda. Do you have any advice for students or event planners on how to stay engaged during this time?
It's hard. It's really hard because so many things are online. And I know even me, I get tired of watching stuff online and I actually just need a break. And so instead of reading books on my Kindle, I've been getting the hard copies just so that I'm not looking at the screen. I think it's really important to not completely disengage from growing and learning. And so whether it's looking for a new web series that shows a particular topic you're interested in, or if it's watching these videos so you understand what's still going on campus and things, I think that's still really important. But I understand that there's going to be some fatigue with that. I think it's really important for event planners to come up with alternative ideas. So whether it's, how many people can I have in a space? Is live streaming an option? Start looking at software that allows people to send in questions. Think about having authors pre-sign their books so that you have them and you can provide them to students. There's many ways that we can adjust to the new COVID-19 world that we're living in and still have quality events, but it's going to take some creative thinking. It's going to take some ideas that may not be traditional in how you would present somebody. And I think that's important for all event planners and those who want to add to the student experience.
Yes, thank you, Amanda. I know you just mentioned fatigue, and yesterday in one of our meetings, we were talking about Zoom fatigue and Zoom burnout and how it's a real thing because you have to pay attention and put so much more effort into trying to read people's body language or just pick up on different cues, and we're not used to it. So it's definitely new and exhausting for us. But I know from our staff, we are excited and we're looking forward to having events and meetings again in the fall. We can't wait to have people back in the building. So thank you again for joining us today. It's been a pleasure to have you and hear more about the lectures program and the services and support that you provide for students. And thank you to Seth for joining us as well. We look forward to see everyone back next week on the MUTU. Thank you.